Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're going to be talking about some Blu-ray Tuesday movies that are out, and I'm going to be announcing who won the Blu-ray, actually the movie code giveaway that I'm doing for Titanic off of my FYE unboxing video and Blu-ray Steelbook hunt. And then I found this movie new, and then I got the digital code here, and I'm willing to give that away whoever commented on that video. So there's a lot of views on it and stuff like that. I try to promote it and stuff, so go ahead and jump on it right now while you still can until the end of this video where I do the announcement for that. But we got a bunch of Blu-rays to talk about, so let's get started. I'm on my new OBS and my new system here on my computer, which I'm running it off of an SSD. So if you know what that's about with the Samsung SSD from a hard drive to a SSD, it's 10 times faster. So let's get started and let's get going right now. All right, so as you can see here, kind of got like a little bit of the setup just back again and everything like that, but it's slightly a little different. I think the text is different in all caps and stuff, but let's get started right now. We got a bunch of movies out today, and we have the back ends of them, so we could talk about the special features here. But if you haven't been here before, we do videos like this all the time, and I do movie code giveaways here all the time since the pandemic, helping out people, hoping that you get a new movie to watch and not just in YouTube or whatever it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with YouTube and you're watching myself, but sometimes you need to get away and you need something a little bit more in a fantasy realm and stuff like that. So with all that being said, let's get going. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like videos like this and you like filmmaking videos, I do a lot of filmmaking stuff on this channel, so go ahead and check out this channel. I do smartphone filmmaking, Blender filmmaking, if you know about 3D animation and stuff like that. I haven't crossed over too much in animation, but there is creating and building a scene video that I do have out on this channel, so go ahead and check it out. So with all that being said, we have Justice Society to talk about, so I'm going to fade this in here. And as you can see here, we have the Blu-ray front cover of the Blu-ray and the 4K, and they look very similar to each other. Justice Society World War II. So that's coming out today here on Blu-ray. So go ahead and let me know in the comments down below or in the live chat if you were interested in this film, if you're looking to purchase it yourself. Are you following the DC animated universe? I feel like the DC films and the animated universe are so much better than the live action, but I'm really enjoying what's going on with the whole live action world going on there. I see JE here. Hey, Greenlight, how are you doing? Hey JE, I know you jumped in on the movie code giveaway. I'm glad you did that, and you're jumping on here on the live chat. So shout outs to you for that, so thank you. Let's see here. So I do have some more things for the Justice Society. So there's a collector's edition, limited edition gift set coming out today as well. That is that you can find it in I would believe it would be in Best Buy. There's this, and then I do have the back end for this Blu-ray 4K. Just kind of a disclaimer real quick on this one. It is a Swedish version, I believe. I found it through a Swedish website where they had the back end of their version of the back end there, but I believe the special features should be more or less the same. So let's go ahead and explore this right now. All right, and then I have a way to zoom in even more, so you can see here. You see the flags there and stuff like that and all that. Let me see how I can better zoom this in. And I downloaded the new OBS. It's just running so smoothly. You have no idea. what I've been going through. Or maybe you have. Let's see it right here, because I'm just like sliding through everything really fast. Usually I'm trying to buy time, just here and there with certain clicking and certain things like that. Right now I'm just taking a swig of my orange soda, Fanta, everybody. All right. So while we get into the meat and potatoes here. So the special features, there's adventures in storytelling, Justice Society, World War II. So I'm not completely well versed in DC Universe, but I grew up with the DC Universe, and I'm widely more well versed in this than I am, I guess, in the Marvel Universe. But I understand the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and but there's certain things with the DC Universe that I'm still learning about, and I'm learning that they do have certain versions where they go to certain eras in time. So Justice Society, World War II. I believe they're going to be touching a lot more when it comes to the story here. What's great about this adventures and storytelling is they're going to explore more into this, and that's what I like about this little special features here. They can explain the story and explain where it comes from in the comics and how it falls into the universe now and their Warner Brothers animated universe for the DC animated universe films. So I believe they're going to explore a lot of that in here, so you can expect that in there. And that's great, learning about storytelling and learning about different themes and storytelling and stuff like that. That's something that they teach you in film school when it comes to telling a story in any facet. So when it comes to something like this, and then you got to bring it from a comic over into, a film or a television series, you do have to adapt it to the medium that it is. Film and television are already different animals on its own, and then just TV and film, and then books. Definitely comic books are already two different mediums. Comic books works in a lot of visuals, so with that they have a lot of that going for them, and it works very well and translates very well on film and television. Obviously, the right director and the right filmmaker is everything when it comes to that. Sorry, I'm burping here. That orange soda. I love orange soda, though. Let me shout out to orange soda if you do drink orange soda as well. So moving on to the next thing I see here is a sneak peek at the new animated DC Universe movie, Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. So a lot of people were anticipating this anyways for a long time. I've heard about the comic book before, and I've never read it. So I'm excited to see this. I believe this is from the same filmmakers as the Joker one that came out. The Killing Joke, which was rated R. So I'm not sure if this is going to be rated R, this Long Halloween, but I know it is pretty dark, a dark version of the comics. And DC Universe is a lot darker than the Marvel Universe, so expect that. So the next thing I see here, that's really cool that we can get that. We usually get that kind of stuff, like sneak peeks like that, all the time when it comes to these Blu-rays of the DC animated universe. And then going down here, I see plus from the DC Vault, 2 bonus cartoons, probably like 2 little short films. I never exactly know what those are about, unless it says from the vault, so it's probably little shorts or something, or a fight scene maybe. So the next thing I see here is DC Showcase short, Commanda. I'm saying that totally wrong. Let me know in the comments down below, or in the live chat, how to say this. The Last Boy on Earth. Jack Kirby's beloved creation comes to animated life as the last civilized teenage boy on a post-apocalyptic Earth. ruled by talking animals. In this short, he must survive a series of deadly tests. Oh, wow. So that's really interesting. I would love to check this out for myself too. Probably look it up online or something. Maybe there'd be a small clip of this. But amazing. This is really, really cool. And it's chock filled with special features here for every DC fan. As far as when it comes to like filmmaking and everything, I just expect that adventures and storytelling would divulge a lot of really good tidbits when it comes to that. But there's a lot of really good storytelling things you can learn when it comes to all of this. When it comes to comic books and everything, they really rely heavily on just storytelling itself. So with all that being said, I'm going to move on to our next film that's out today, and it's out today on Blu-ray, and it's going to be actually all these movies that I'm talking about today, including Justice Society, World War II, is in the description below. I have IMDb links so you can learn more about the filmmakers, learn more about the cast and crew and everything like that. So go ahead and check that out, and you can check that out after this show. So I'm going to move on to our next film, and our next film is The Marksman. So The Marksman is a Liam Neeson film. This film, I believe a lot of these movies were shot definitely before the pandemic, and they're being released now. The Marksman was released in theaters recently in more of a limited fashion, in the sense of COVID and everything like that, and a lot of people not going to movie theaters. But it's out today on Blu-ray, and I'm really excited about this. Liam Neeson has a lot of action films and a lot of fans that love his action films, so I'm really excited about this one. I had just seen one on demand recently called Nobody, so I'm kind of into action right now, or at least like those old school, like the old school kind of movies that I grew up with, like those 90s action films, which is what we're getting a lot with like the John Wicks and the Nobody and like the Marksman and Liam Neeson films. So with all that being said, and I'm saying all this right now because I do have a back end here. Like I said, I'm excited because I do have the back end for a lot of these movies today, so we can get to talking about them and all that. So let me show you the back end here, and it's really just one making of, but it's universal. I'm expecting this to be at least 20 minutes or more, hopefully more, and it's the making of The Marksman. So here they're going to really go in depth as far as like I would say when they cut them up into 15-20 minutes, it's pretty fast. And they give a lot of tidbits of things that they do on set and things that they had to probably like hurdles that they had to cross over so they can get a certain scene done. Sometimes that happens, and it makes the making of, or the little documentary of how they made the film and stuff like that. So very, very cool, and very excited that that's even there, and especially for action films. And I love seeing, like, when growing up, action films were shoot 'em up, cop type movies and stuff like that for me, and those were like the big blockbuster films, and pop them in, and I will watch the making of and just see how they would work with the stunt team and work with wires and explosions, all live on set. Obviously nothing done with CG and all that, so quite really exciting. So I know that Liam Neeson tends to do that too, work with a lot of practical effects, so that kind of stuff is good to see how they work with that and how they are able to be safe with it. So let me know in the comments down below, or in the live chat, if you're going to see this, if you've seen this movie, if you are going to check out the making of, or you're excited about that. Let me know, because I'm excited about that, and I love Liam Neeson films. So down in the description below, I have IMDb links, so you can check out the filmmakers, check out the cast and crew. You can look at find out other Liam Neeson films out there as well if you don't know too much about his films. He's got a lot, and he's got a lot in drama too, which is more. I recommend that more if you're looking for A+ cinema. That's what you're going to find there. So this is more of like popcorn flicks, excitement, action flicks. So yeah, it's more like a blockbuster type deal, if anything. So moving on to our next film, we're going to go on to our next film. And our next film today is Land. And this is from with Robin Wright. She's the actress that's in House of Cards. She's also a female director. Just so you know, she's directed a bunch of episodes of House of Cards in the later seasons. Definitely not well. Definitely because of David Fincher, but definitely not the first season and stuff like that. But I believe in the later seasons she started directing, and she got in with a lot of the directors there, and she's phenomenal. Like, phenomenal filmmaker, phenomenal creator and artist. I do have the back end here for this film, so if you haven't heard of Land, it's down in the description below where I have the trailer and IMDb links. Obviously it has the trailer and Robin Wright, and you can check her out and find out all the stuff that she's directed too. I know she's done other things other than the House of Cards, but let me see here. I don't think she directed this film. I don't think I see her name down here. But lo and behold, just what I need. Perfect. So I'm gonna zoom in on this real quick. Back here. So this film is a Focus Features film, and the reason why I'm like pointing that out is a lot of artists and movies like Eternal Sunshine and Spotless Mind and stuff like that make it onto Universal Focus Features, which is more of their independent line, but they give a lot of time and effort to the filmmakers and everything like that, and give them all their tools and everything they need to create their film, their heartwarming film, whatever it is, and their drama and stuff like that. So I'm excited actually to check this out. I didn't know that it was directed by Robin Wright. Having talked about her, saying that she's a female director, this works in credence of what I was saying. So this is great. Robin Wright directed this film, Land, and this film's out today on Blu-ray, and I'm quite excited about this. Now, let me see here. Whoops. Here. Okay, so let me, so you see her name there. I just zooming in there so you can see her name. And then I'm going to zoom out now so you can see the full Blu-ray. So here we go. Sorry about that. So then you see that there. And we're going to do another zoom in real quick on for the special features. So as you can see there, this is from, I'm going to read the back here. It says, from acclaimed actress Robin Wright comes her feature film directorial debut. Cool. So she hasn't done anything else other than the House of Cards, and this is her first feature film debut. I believe they definitely did shoot this before the pandemic. There was, again, a lot of movies that were supposed to come out around that time, and it didn't. And these were the films, and she was supposed to get her shot and show it to the world. So this is her chance now. I believe it did probably get maybe a couple theatrical releases, or maybe even an on-demand, but I didn't quite see that anywhere. So I believe this is the first release of it, and it's coming out today on Blu-ray, and it should be out on-demand hopefully by today anyway. So let me know. And it says debut Land. The poignant story of one woman's search for meaning in the vast and harsh American wilderness. Okay, cool. So this is definitely gonna touch upon her strengths as an actress, as a director, as a drama director, and really bringing that out. And she's got a great cast here with Damien Bashir. I see here even in the photos. So I'm gonna bring this down a little bit here. I'm gonna zoom in here, and yeah, so you can see the bonus features and see the photos. So you see him here all the way on the right here, and this guy's a phenomenal actor. He's a Latino actor that I don't believe gets showcased a lot, but he was in Inglourious Bastards. Sorry, it was why can't I remember the name of it? But it was a Quentin Tarantino film. And I just had it at the tip of my tongue. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what I'm talking about, or in the live chat, and I'll bring it up. So going into the bonus features, because automatically we have some bonus features here. It says huge, and we have Crafting Land. So whenever I see dramas like this, and then I see bonus features, I get excited because Usually, when it comes to independent films, they don't have a lot of bonus features to sink your teeth in and really learn a lot from. So, with all that being said, crafting the land just alone, and this being a universal film, kind of like the Marksman, I believe is just going to be chock filled with just how they were finding the locations from writing to finding the locations to the set dressing to everything, just going in depth even into the characters. And I see her with the dog here. I haven't seen this film yet. I believe that's probably her mom or I don't know. Yeah, I believe that's her. Yeah, with the beanie on her head and the dog. So, so yeah, there's a lot that they had to accomplish here for the film to look the way it does and for it to feel the way it does, and maybe as natural as it's going to be. So, and so that's huge, and especially when you have a huge animal like the film industry coming into nature, and you don't want to go in there and set a footprint in there. Maybe you want to come in there and have less crew and less amount of things sitting on the grass and hurting all the nature and all that stuff, and also protecting your crew from not only bugs but whatever animals live out there. If you guys work into the night, if there's a night scene, things like that. There's a lot of stuff that you have to take into account when you create some of these types of films. So I'm excited about this crafting land here. The next thing I see here is Robin Wright, feature film directorial debut. So this is definitely going to be more of like an inspirational thing for all directors out there that haven't made their first feature film or created their first short film or anything like that. Either way, it's going to be very inspirational to see this and watch this. I would think it would be an interview more or less with her, or going in depth about her and maybe her struggles in creating this film, or coming off of House of Cards and going into feature filmmaking. And there's going to be a lot of things that she's going to divulge about her film and filmmaking in general right here in this Robin Wright feature film directorial debut. So I think most of these so far have to be like 10-15 minutes or more. I'm hoping they're more than 10-15 minutes, but because there's so many. Another one right here I see is After the Trauma. So I believe After the Trauma is going to be more specifically towards the story of the film, not so much the behind-the-scenes aspect and everything of her directorial debut. But After the Trauma is definitely going to dive into the characters and everything like that. Probably the reason why her character went out to the wilderness in the first place. Very cool. So let me know in the comments down below, or in the playbacks, in the comments down below of the playback, or in the live chat, what your thoughts are of this film and what you think, and if you're looking to purchase this film yourself, if you're gonna see land, have you seen Robin Wright's name on House of Cards? Have you even watched House of Cards? Let me know. I definitely want to find out what your thoughts are. So we're going to move on from here. We're going to move on to our next feature film today, because we have a bunch of films coming out. We have another big one actually that came out after. I think it got nominated, and I don't think it got nominated. I'm not sure. I didn't get to see this year's Oscars, so sorry about that. Didn't quite see that. It was kind of like pretty bare, the whole. There wasn't enough like movies, I felt like, in the Oscars and stuff, but I definitely have to check it out very soon. So with all that being said, the Mauritanian, I believe, and it stars Jodie Foster, Tahara Rahim, Shailene Woodley, and Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Should have had some water for that one. We do have the back end for this film. It's out today on Blu-ray. And like I said, for all these films, I have IMDb links in the description below for you, and to check out the filmmakers and check out the cast and crew and all that as well. So I do have the back end here, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is another Universal releasing. Universal's got like a bunch of movies they just had to put out there already, I guess. So it's a Universal releasing. I do have the back end. Look at this bonus features I see here. Very cool. So I'm going to zoom in back here. Let me see who directed this. Kevin McDonald. I don't think I knew who he is exactly. But if you want to find out who he is, you can check him out on IMDb in the description below, like all these films that I talk about today. So I'm going to zoom in real quick, and we're going to talk about the bonus features. So there's an alternate opening and deleted scenes. So deleted scenes and alternate openings are more or less the same. They're just splitting them up so you know specifically that one thing is literally the alternate opening or the alternate ending. They literally got to take that out. Deleted scenes are just scattered scenes in between movies, and they kind of put them all in there. And that's usually what happens. A lot of tail ends of scenes and stuff like that just don't propel the story forward, or something a detail that they take out of a scene because it didn't propel the story forward. It kind of halted the story and slowed everything down for the audience. So you don't want that, especially in a thriller drama kind of like this. It seems like it's a talking thriller, and usually like a lot of court cases and stuff like that. When you see movies like that, like A Few Good Men, if you ever seen A Few Good Men, they talk a lot about that, like in film school, especially with the writing and everything like that. And the drama, you definitely need to pay attention to these types of films, and you need to pay attention to the wording and the way they say certain things and the tones and all that. It's a lot of fun. It really gets in more into the acting and all that with actors. So the next thing I see here after all that excites me actually about this Blu-ray is behind the scenes of the Mauritanian. I can't say the name, jeez. Definitely something worth checking out. And I believe that's going to be 10-20 minutes, and it could surprise me. It could be almost 30 minutes there. Maybe behind the scenes that they cut up together. But I'm expecting when it comes to like the making of or behind the scenes, this one says behind the scenes, and since this is the same company, I'm going to give an example here because this is the same company as the Marksman. The Marksman says the making of the Marksman, and there I'm definitely going to give it a 10-15 minutes, even 20 minutes. This behind the scenes, when usually they say that, it's going to mean a much lengthier making of, more or less. It's going to be maybe 20-30 minutes. I'm hoping 30 minutes or more. I'm expecting that to be that way. All these could be shorter. What I'm saying here is that this one here, the Mauritanian, most likely would be longer than the Marksman, just on the fact that it says the making of and behind the scenes. Now, this is just off of my experience when it comes to DVDs growing up and all that, and all these Blu-rays as well. A lot of times these versions are very, very short, and they don't give a lot of lengthy explanation of each scene. Not much like a 2-hour type documentary or 1 hour that you would find like in the new Spider-Man Far From Home and stuff like that. So the next thing I see here is And More. And usually with And More, you get a lot of stills photography from the sets or wardrobe or anything like that. And then there's like trailers and TV spots, maybe marketing material and all that as well. So expect all that in this Blu-ray. Check it out. Let me know what you think of this film. I have IMDb links for this film in the description below. If you're looking to see the film, you can check it out there and check out the trailer. If you're looking to purchase the movie on Blu-ray, let me know. I'd love to know if you're going to get this movie and check out the special features and all that. Let me know what your thoughts are in live chat or in the comments down below of the playback. All right, so we're going to move on to our next film. And our next film is a horror film, and I believe this is more of like an independent type. It's called Morgue. Death is not the end. And I do have the back end here. I'm not too sure. Yeah, there's no special features on this one exactly, and that's why I'm always saying that it's exciting when independent films do have any kind of special feature, even a commentary. And if they could do a commentary, that's great too. Just talking about the film and all that. Sometimes it, I guess, for some filmmakers, I guess it ruins it for them and stuff. Maybe for horror, I'm not too sure. I'm not much of like a horror fanatic, but I do love special features, and especially in all types of films, including horror films, and seeing how they did the practical effects and all that. But you want to know more about the filmmakers, and you want to learn more about the cast and crew, you can go ahead and in the description below I have IMDb links for the Morgue here, and for all the films I'm talking about today on Blu-ray, for the Blu-ray Tuesday, I guess. I'm just going to call this Blu-ray Tuesday. I guess that's what everybody calls it. I've been calling it Blu-ray Tuesday for a long time. Not really on this channel, but I'm going to coin it Blu-ray Tuesday, and Blu-ray Tuesday is what we're going to say on this channel from now on when it comes to this live video. It's just going to be called Blu-ray Tuesday. It might... I don't think I'll change the title or anything like that. It will stay the same, but I'm just going to be calling it that verbally. So we have another film we're going to get into, and I don't have the back end for this one. It's called The Final Stand, and I do have everything in the description below. I have IMDb links for this film, for the filmmakers, and for the cast and crew, that you can find out more about this film. But it's inspired by real World War II events, which is quite fitting today when it comes to the whole Justice Society thing, So quite exciting today when it comes to World War II. So if you're a fanatic of all that and you want to learn more of our world history, this is a great film to check out. So definitely check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments of the playback or in the live chat. And I do have IMDb links, obviously, for the filmmakers and everybody on down in the description below. So I'm going to move on to our next film, which is another horror film, and this is Seven Sins. Again, in the description below, I have IMDb links for the trailer, for the filmmakers, and everything you could find there down in the description below. And it's out now on Blu-ray. And it's, I believe it's released by Dark Side Releasings. And they used to do a lot of more independent short films and fan fiction. I believe it was like fan videos or fan films on YouTube and stuff like that. So shout outs to them. And they're now doing horror films and stuff like that. So quite exciting. I believe maybe this had to come out in the middle of the pandemic, or maybe they shot it before. I'm not too sure, but definitely worth checking them out in the description below on IMDb. So go ahead and check out the filmmakers and all that. So moving on to our next film, and our next film is a documentary, and this documentary is called The Reason I Jump, and it's got so many qualifications as far as like getting into film festivals for documentaries. So it's very high up there, and it's quite it's just gripping visually. I don't know what else to say much about this yet, because I don't know too much about this film and don't want to ruin it for people, but I know it's quite striking when it comes to the visuals. So I really, really highly recommend this film. It's gotten into the AFI Documentary Film Festival and Sundance. So these are already two huge film festivals that just being accepted is already warrants you to get a view or get a watch. So definitely worth checking out. So go ahead and check them out on IMDb. Down there you have the trailer, you have the casting crew and everybody. You can check out the filmmakers and all, and even find out about technical specs about equipment they used as well. So this is our last new release of today, and we're going to move on to our re-releases. We got some re-releases coming out on 4K today as well that I'm quite excited about. And the first one is Saw Unrated. So the reason why I'm excited about this one, and I'm not too much of a horror fan, but I did purchase the first Saw, the 2-disc version, on DVD when it came out, when the movie first came out. I can't remember what year it was, maybe like 2004, I feel like, or something like that. But in the special features, they really dive in deep on how they created the film and how the filmmakers, James Wan and his one of the actors that are in this film that's in the tub, he's also a co-creator of Saw and the Saw universe, and a lot of films with James Wan, including The Conjuring and Annabelle series and stuff like that. So very, very cool. They've done a lot, and James Wan has graduated onto even like a Fast and Furious movie. He did Furious 7, and then he went on to doing Aquaman. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because in this unrated Saw Blu-ray, I'm expecting and hoping that they have it in there, is they had a whole documentary about how these guys wrote the script. They created a short film after they wrote the script. Basically, they wrote the script, showed it to their screenwriting teacher in Australia, and their screenwriting teacher had a friend in Lionsgate in Hollywood, which she sent it to, and he was so interested in it that they got a meeting off of the script alone. With the whole thing with the meeting, they basically didn't want to just go to Los Angeles for no reason, so the filmmakers took it upon themselves, James Wan took it upon themselves to take a portion of the script and shoot it as a short film. They took a scene from this movie, from the movie Saw, and they made a short film, and it was in the 2-disc as well, where you can go and watch it. And basically, you see what Lionsgate had to see when they showed up for the meeting. Basically, when they showed up in the meeting, they pitched their movie and all that, and there was probably the DVD or something. So once they left, according to what they said in the documentary, once they left the meeting, the guy popped in the DVD. He didn't even go into the script too much anymore. He just popped in the DVD and watched the movie, and that was how they were able to get how James Wan got director for this film and many other things after that, obviously. So it's great to see this. It's a really inspirational documentary. I'm hoping it's in this Saw unrated stuff. But what you're seeing here is a slipcover of the Saw 4K unrated, and man, I'm really curious about that right now. So I'm gonna fade in here to the steelbook case, and it also has a slipcover on here, and it's like a plastic kind of slipcover. So you slip it out, and you see the TV here, and you slip it out, and then it looks like this underneath, which is very, very cool. I'm very sick too, I just gotta say, when it comes to this. And I'm a fan of the first film, and I'm excited about this new film, Spiral. I kind of stopped with Saw 3. I started to see kind of like the tropes of horror films that I'm not too much of a fan of. So shout outs to that, to you guys. If you are a fan of that, I do commend you on that. That's exciting, and I know it must be fun. And I could see that because I come from being a fanboy of certain things that a lot of people aren't a fan of. So I get geeked out by all that kind of stuff. So either way, if you like that kind of stuff, that's cool. But I don't know, the story. I like mystery, and I love the mystery of Saw. So let me see here. I'm just looking quickly online or on Instagram to see if anybody has the back end here for this Saw, because I'm just so curious whether or not they have that documentary, because it's a very important, very, very important documentary, at least to me, and I would hope for other filmmakers too as well. They're trying to learn stuff from people that have done it already. Let's see. Go to Blu-ray Dan, maybe he bought it. Let's see. Just a quick look to see if he purchased the film. And I don't quite see it. But he got all the other movies that we have the back end of. He even has the Shrek 4K. Wow, no Saw. Let's do hashtag Saw. I'm really looking for this right now. Oh, nope. People are showing the covers. Oh, this person has it. It's getting close. Ooh, I feel like I'm getting close on Instagram here. Someone's showing off their old case. Alright, cool. So alright, so let's bring it up in here. So sorry about all this. But this being a filmmaking channel, it's very important. So I found it. And this is the steelbook. Somebody here is getting a shout out real quick. Alright, so I'm going to fade it in here. So this is Paul Jeffrey. So shout outs to Paul Jeffrey for purchasing this 4K. And now we get to see what kind of special features are in here for real. And the ones that I'm talking about hopefully is in here or something. Dang, I didn't quite like zoom in. Yeah. It says it has the short film, and I can't quite see it that well. Kind of sucks. So sorry, because I had to retrofit this whole OBS system all over again. So it definitely has the original short film here, and then I think this is making of marketing, the legacy of Saw, storyboard sequence. I'm not sure what this is right under the original short film. So I'm hoping that right there of Saw is like the making. This is making away at Saw maybe, and that's probably gonna explore everything that I talked about as well. I think they just kind of recut everything, so it's most likely gonna be a 4K, but it's a Blu-ray. It's in all the special features are in a Blu-ray, so the 4K is just the movie itself. So okay, very cool. So it's out now today on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I did that because I wanted to see if it was really in there or not. But with all that being said, let's go into our next 4K release. Well, this is a Blu-ray copy of it, but I do have the 4K of it, and it's out today on 4K. Release is Shrek. The first Shrek has a 20th anniversary, and I'm gonna show you the 4K steelbook as well. It has the Blu-ray 4K and the regular Blu-ray as well here. So they also have it on Blu-ray, as you saw there, and then they have it on 4K, which is kind of nice. I kind of like this whole like steelbook case. I loved the first Shrek. My son's not so much of a fan of Shrek. Every time we try to put it on, I guess I don't know why it's not too much of his favorite type movie. But moving on to our next 4K release, and it's the Fast and the Furious. the first one, and it's a steelbook case today too, and these steelbooks are all located at Best Buy. And with all that being said, I'm gonna go into the giveaway here. I can't quite open up my screen here for some reason for this giveaway thing, so I'm going to have to just go ahead and do it on my own here and just kind of like give everybody a shout out. I'm gonna have to fix that because now that I have this more or less new computer going on here, let me get myself up on here. All right, so you can see me here, and we're going to be doing a digital code giveaway for Titanic. This is from me and my wife and son. We went to FYE in Naples, and we found this movie amongst of many other movies and a couple steelbook cases that I really wanted for Batman and Shaun of the Dead and stuff like that. So I had a lot of fun with that. And this Friday I'm doing another Blu-ray giveaway. So I'm going to talk more about that after this, who wins this. So let's get into it right now. So I go on to pick a winner. And cool, it picks somebody I haven't seen on here. I'm not sure if I probably haven't seen this person in a long time or is a new person, but this person's fairly new to me. I haven't seen this person. I just believe I've seen the name Curtis before, but the name is let's Command Shift 3. All right, cool. Yeah, so let me get it up here, and let's browse. There we go. All right, so I can show the winner now. All right. So let's put this here like that. A little zoomed in, but it's okay. So this is the winner, and it's Curtis C1. Awesome pickups. I wish I had a good used disc store near me. Please enter me for Titanic. That's awesome, man. You know, one place I actually recommend that a lot of people don't realize is places like Goodwill. Goodwill tends to have a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs collections too. Sometimes they tend to just acquire a lot of them just because people don't know what to do with them after they buy a collection or whatever have you, or they're getting rid of somebody else's collection or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? So I would recommend that. Go ahead and check it out there. Between that and any kind of place like Goodwill, what is it? I was going to say Seven Nation Army or something like that. That's that song, I think. It's the Salvation Army. That's what I was thinking as well. And maybe they'll have them in there too. It might not be so big, but their collection is fairly big and they're cheap. They're like $1 to $2 or more when it comes to like DVDs. When it comes to Blu-rays, they tend to be around $5 all around everywhere. If you want to check out more of that kind of stuff, go ahead and check out my channel. My channel tends to have a lot of Blu-ray hunting stuff that I do at Big Lots and at Five Below, so you can check them out here on this channel. And I have another one coming up soon. This Friday I have one where me and my wife and son, we went to Best Buy real quick and I shot a little video and I did it on my phone, and I'm going to release it this Friday, and there's going to be a movie code giveaway. It's going to be a double feature, so go ahead and try to find out what the double feature movie code giveaway is another surprise, a secret one, and it'll come out this Friday, and it's 2 new movies, so I'm expecting it to be a big one for everyone. So it'll come out this Friday, and then we'll announce whoever wins that movie code giveaway next week, Tuesday, on this Blu-ray Tuesday live stream that I do every Blu-ray Tuesday. So go ahead and check that out. Check out my channel, hit the subscribe button, and congratulations to Curtis, who won the movie code giveaway for Titanic, and I'll be sending that to you right away on Instagram. And with all that being said, on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I have my personal one here and the Greenlight one as well. So I'll see you here